Next, we'll look at table 2. So for table 2, we are going to be looking at a piece of aluminum foil and making measurements for that aluminum foil. So let me get our camera set up for that. And we are going to have to zoom out a bit here. So let's go ahead to the next dimension. So I'm basically just turning this 90 degrees and then putting this down here. Okay, so that is, let's see. That is your measurement for the other dimension. So if you had done length, then this would be the width. And again, you want to be guessing the last digit. And take a screenshot so you can discuss that with your group. Any questions on that before we move on to the mass? Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. We have our balance here again. Let me check on the chat before we so it looks like you're back. So I think what we can do is when we go to groups, I'll make sure everyone's in the right spot. And then if we need to go back and remeasure something with someone, we can. Okay, so we'll find the mass of this foil. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the balance. And that is the mass. So if you're having difficulty reading that, it is 1.11. So that is the mass of the foil. So let's go back to the document. So we're right here. So we have the mass of the foil, length of foil, width of foil. So we've got all of the measurements we need. So I want to say a little bit about what you'll be doing with this information, and then the rest of the time will be in your groups. So for question 1 down here, you're using the data from table 1 to find the density of the aluminum. Some of you may have already done that, but that's what you're doing for this question. For question 2, you're using your result from question 1 and comparing it to the accepted value of the density for aluminum. So let me tell you what that is. I want you to use 2.70, so 2.70 units grams per cubic centimeter as the accepted value. So wherever you see actual in this equation, use 2.70. Wherever you see experimental, use your results from question 1. And then the final analysis question is this one, where you're finding the thickness of the foil based on the measurements that you made along with the density of aluminum. This is probably the most complicated question on here. So I'm not going to go through it right now, but when your groups get to question 3 of the data analysis, please raise your hand and I'll come in and help you go through that.